Alright, it is currently 10:22 p.m. on Tuesday the 18th of October 2022. I am about to embark on probably one of the most challenging things I will ever do, and definitely the most challenging thing I have ever done. I am going to be attempting to do 100,000 steps within 24 hours. This comes after literally just finishing 75 hard today. About 3 or 4 months ago, I decided I was going to start doing 75 hard, and since then my life has completely changed. I have completely changed, and I'm craving doing more. I'm craving just getting out there and getting the most out of life and challenging myself. So I saw a girl's TikTok about 3 weeks ago of her doing 100,000 steps, and I thought, that's it. I'm gonna do it. Not I'm gonna give it a crack, I'm going to do it. So for the past 3 weeks, I've been sort of trying to increase my step count every day, as well as going on longer hikes. The other week I did roughly 35,000 steps in a day, and I think that's the most I've ever done. And now we're just jumping straight into the 100,000. So I am starting, that is my cat running in the background. I am going to start exactly at midnight. I've just had a cold shower to try and wake me up. I've been trying to sleep this afternoon and night. I've had about an hour's sleep today. I spent the majority of the time just lying there trying to sleep, but couldn't because I was thinking about this. I am so nervous I could vomit. But anyway, have my shower, and now I just play the waiting game till 12. I'm going to pack my bag, charge all my devices. I'm going to do some stretches and see how I feel. Get started and see how I feel. I'm starting at midnight, and I plan to, I guess, do a couple laps around my streets, see how I feel, and then possibly go to the gym and walk on the curved treadmill there, and then possibly come home and sleep. I'm not sure. I'm wanting to try and get as much in as I can before there's rain this afternoon, because there is rain expected around 2 to 5 p.m. sort of thing. So I'd like to try and get as much in before that, so that I'm not caught out in the rain. I'm making myself get at least 20,000 steps from midnight before I come home or go to sleep or whatever, because that still leaves me with 80,000 to do when I wake up. So I'm hoping to get at least 30,000, definitely at least 20,000 before I go to sleep or whatever I decide to do. So now we just wait around and try and not vomit. I feel like I'm waiting for like New Year's Eve, except I'm alone and I feel like vomiting. But 7 minutes. Let's go. It's 11:57. Holy fuck. 12. Let's go. Total steps 0. My neighbour was literally on the balcony as I walked out. He's probably looking at me like, why the fuck's this bitch in her hiking gear leaving their house at midnight? I can't answer that. Not gonna lie, I'm too scared to put my earphones in and listen to music because it is midnight and I'm alone outside. 1,000 steps. All I have to do is that 100 more times. Easy peasy. I think the shit thing is that I feel like sleeping right now. It's 12:15, midnight, and yeah, I could sleep right now. But I know that if I had have done that, if I had have tried to go to sleep and start at say 4 a.m, I wouldn't have been able to go to sleep, because I would have just been thinking. I'd been so nervous and not been able to sleep, and I would have had a shit sleep, and it would have just snowballed from there. So even though I feel like sleeping now, I'll go until I'm fucking drained and then go home and sleep. So that hopefully I get into a deep sleep and then can wake up with about 3 hours of sleep in me and see how I go. I'm allowing about 4 hours in my day of not walking. I think 3 hours of that can be sleep and the other hour can be food. So yeah, it's a rough one. Sort of out on main roads now, so putting my headphones in to listen to some music for a short period of time. I'm definitely preferring walking on sort of these main roads here where there's heaps of lighting, because the lighting is like keeping me awake, whereas walking in the dark is just fueling my want to go to sleep. So I might adjust my route and try and walk along the main road for as long as I can. I haven't mapped out the elevation of it though, so it might be a bit hilly, I'm not sure. Song of the hour is F You by Miley Cyrus. So I'm on my way back to my house. It's been just over an hour. I walked all the way to my gym, which was like 40 minutes, and then I decided I would walk back home, grab my iPad, then walk back to the gym, and then do probably an hour at the gym and then walk back home. The issue with this is that to get back to my house there is a slight hill which tires me out and does make me sweat, which is not ideal, and the fact that I'm gonna have to do it twice. I contemplated driving to the gym because it's literally a 6-minute drive, but that adds up to like 15 minutes that I don't have spare that I should be walking. So we'll see how we go. (1:26 a.m) and back out we go, back to the gym. I forgot to get my fucking Red Bull from the fridge and I'm pissed about it, so I might stop at the servo on the way to the gym and get an energy drink. I know it's annoying, but I'm just gonna walk back home and drive to the gym just because I feel it's safer. I don't know, car just came around the roundabout I was walking at and just did a whole loop and slowed down by me. So I'm just gonna go get my car and drive to the gym. Saves me feeling stressed and anxious, and I have to walk back up that hill to my house again, so that's nice. 10,000. It really bums me out that I've had to come home again, but when it comes to my safety, I guess it's better to be safe than sorry. Let's go to the gym. Okay, I've officially made it to the gym. I'm sitting at about 11,000 steps and it's just about 2 a.m. I feel like I've wasted so much time fluffing around. Anyway, here we are. I hope to get another 20,000 done here, but we'll see. I'm at 15,000 steps and I'm feeling pretty sick. It's 2:45. I'm going to go home and I think have a roll, get some carbs into me, and then shower and try to go to sleep. I feel like throwing up right now, so trying to just listen to my body, you know. Don't want to fucking hurt myself. Especially because I feel like pain's one thing, but feeling like I'm gonna throw up, I can't deal with that. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty disheartened right now. I didn't get the 20,000. But I do have to remember that I have been awake for 20 hours now, which is a lot. And I haven't eaten a hell of a lot today. So, it is concerning me that I do only have 3 hours to sleep and I feel this shit. Like I only have 3 hours to try and make myself feel better. It's not like I can have a full sleep and recover 3 hours and that's it. Gotta get up again. I'm feeling like a bit of a Debbie Downer. A lot of me wants to just give up now and get a full sleep in and have my first rest day for the first time in 75 days. Alright, 6:25 a.m. an in-depth review on what's happened so far. Basically, I did my first 10,000 steps outside on the roads last night. Got paranoid about getting kidnapped, so drove my car to the gym. Gym was just a shit show from the get-go, I'm not gonna lie. I got 5,000 steps in. I wanted to at least get to 30,000 steps, but no, I got to 5,000 while I was there. And I thought I was gonna vomit. I feel like I can push through pain, but when you feel like something's wrong and you're gonna vomit, it's almost like you would know, it's like a sense of urgency, like, get me out of here, I need to stop. So I was like, all right, I'll leave it there. I'm realizing that I'm running off, like, I've been awake for 20 hours by that stage. So not only is it harder, I think, walking on a treadmill, because you're going nowhere. You have nothing to look at, look forward to, reach destination or think about. But I was also doing on one of the curved treadmills where you have to manually walk it, which puts you on a bit of an incline, and you have to push the thing that you're walking on, the tread. So that just makes it harder. And I think my body just wasn't having it. It wasn't like I was doing a leisurely stroll. I was working out on that thing. And I think my body just couldn't take it. I think that mixed with the fact that I was awake for 20 hours, hadn't really eaten a whole heap, and the fact that I had an energy drink almost on an empty stomach and I just think it didn't agree with me. So I drove home feeling sad and sorry for myself, thinking, fuck, I just need to go to sleep, and thinking, how the fuck am I going to recover in only 3 hours of sleep? So got home about 3 o'clock, was in bed by 3:15, and then I couldn't fall asleep. I realized that my heart was racing. I think one, due to nerves and pure adrenaline, plus the fact that I had just walked 15,000 steps and was probably not near ready to sleep, plus the energy drink, which I had only finished an hour before that. So it was a recipe for disaster, and it's not like I have time to kill playing around where I can try and fall asleep. It's like I sort of need to fall asleep then and there. So I was in bed for about 2 hours, sort of going in and out of sleep. I wouldn't call it sleeping at all. I definitely wouldn't have entered a deep sleep, I can tell you that now. I kept waking up still feeling sick, feeling hot but shivering from nerves. My right hip was hurting, and I was like, fuck, I'm done, I'm checked out. Like, I don't think I can get back up. And I remember just kept waking up and checking the time, thinking, how am I gonna do this? Anyway, woke up at 5:30. My alarm was set for 6:30. I woke up at 5:30. I don't know what went through my head. I was like, all right, let me just divide the amount of steps that I have left by the time that I have left in the day, or vice versa. I'm not mathing right now. Basically, if I got up then and there, I'd still have to do 4,800 steps per hour, which is a lot without stopping. So I was like, all right, I'll get up. Stood up, my eyes still feel shit. I still feel like vomiting. My right hip hurts, and I don't think I can do this. I went and made a bowl of cereal just to see how I would feel walking around. And I'm not lying when I say I checked out. I was like, yeah, I can't go on. I'm just gonna have to I'm just gonna have to accept that. I ate my bowl of cereal, which made me feel even more sick because I don't like eating food in the morning. But I think that was half my issue yesterday, or this morning, was that I didn't have enough food and I had already burnt like 800 calories and yeah, didn't have enough energy for it. So I don't know what then went through my mind. I just thought, actually no, we didn't come here to just give up at the slightest bit of inconvenience. So I was like, fuck it, let's just try walk some more. So I think I just thought, yeah, I didn't come here to quit. I need to at least do some more steps. I can't leave it at fucking 15,000. Like, that's an average day's walk for me. So, and I was still feeling like nervous sick. I feel like I've put a lot of weight on my shoulders for this, a lot of pressure. And I was like, yeah, I can't do it. So that was making me feel sick. So I just thought if I just get out and try walk a bit more, hopefully that feeling will go away. So that's what I'm doing. I'm out here, I'm about to hit 20,000 steps, so I'm feeling better. I'm feeling a bit more positive. I'm feeling like maybe I can still do it. I don't know, because I don't know how I'm gonna go running off only 2 hours of very, very shit sleep/rest time. So we'll see. Song of the hour is The Spins by Mac Miller.
Yeah. Wanna get a mansion, a jacuzzi, a theater to watch my movie.
Update, I can't find my fucking car. I parked it on this road, but I don't know where the fuck it is. Stopped in Subway to get a Powerade. Alright, 8:27 a.m. I've just hit 31,000 steps. I spent the last hour on video call with my friend and my mum to help pass the time, which definitely helped. It's been an hour, so that's good. I'm wanting to do this path till I get to 40,000 and then go to the other trail. But I'm really trying to focus on keeping up my food intake because I'm burning calories like crazy. Song of the hour is Good Time by Alan Jackson.
I've been working all weekend, I'm tired, I don't wanna sleep, I wanna have fun, time for a good time.
I'm almost finished this lap and then I'm gonna head back to my car. I'll be at almost 40,000 steps. Once I get to my car, I'm gonna drive home, get my Powerade out the fridge, my protein cookie, go to the toilet and probably swap out my shoes and get some new clothes and then head to a new walking spot. Song of the hour is Drown by Bring Me the Horizon. Alright, we have changed locations. I'm now at the Kumbaba Conservation Park. It's about a 9k loop. I practiced this leading up to today. I did 2 loops of this and a little bit more, made it a half marathon. So I'm going to do 2 loops of this, hope it's 30,000 steps and then work out where I'm going to go after that so that I don't get bored. When I was at home, I did a shoe change. Unfortunately, I forgot to bring my other pair of shoes with me here. Error. I changed my socks and I changed top too. And then I just picked up some other things like my Subway. Fuck. Back to the car I go. I got Subway. Fuck. 40,000. 40,000. Let's go. So I'm currently listening to David Goggins' You Can't Hurt Me audiobook. I've been listening to it for a few weeks, so right now gives me a good chance to really hone in on it and get a big chunk of it done while I'm doing these steps. I'm just at like 43,000. I have lost my selfie stick. Hopefully the next walk around I find it. I'm back to feeling sick, like throwing up. My legs are hurting, especially my left leg. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. Oh, fuck. I just feel sick. I think that's the main thing that fucks with me, is feeling like I want to throw up. Song of the hour is All I See Is Music by Fundamentals. Ew. I feel like I'm going to answer this question because I know it will get asked a lot, but why? Why am I doing this? Because I started 75 hard and it was hard, and then it became easy. It was just my habit, my life, and I began craving pushing myself, doing more, testing my limits, seeing what I can and can't do. I know I can do this challenge. Whether or not I push myself to get through it is the other thing. I feel like we all just get so comfortable in our lives. We never really actually push ourselves, and we end up just staying stagnant. We don't know what we can actually do. And this doesn't just apply to physical life, but mental, as well as like manifestations and stuff like that. I truly think that the mindset is what matters. You know, that's what is gonna make or break your life, really. If I was thinking about this before, if life gives you lemons, demand a fucking refund, rewrite your story, and build a fucking tree that grows raspberries. I don't know where the fuck raspberries grow. Build a fucking plant that grows strawberries. You know, we only have one shot this life. Like, we only have one chance to write our story. Like, does that not scare other people? Because I've just started realizing it lately, and I'm like, holy fuck, like 23 years of my life has already been written. I can't change that. That's set in stone. Those 23 pages of my story are written in pen. Can't be erased, can't be changed. I can't change what I did in those 23 years. So I'm like, fuck, it's about time I pick up the pen and I start writing for the rest of my life. I need to write the story. I need to choose what happens in my own life. And because I can. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that we are so much more capable than what we think. We can write our life. We can choose what we want to do. And I feel like at the moment, pushing myself, testing my limits is what is proving that to me. It is starting to rain, even though it wasn't meant to rain until like 5 p.m. So I have got my poncho out. I'm okay with it spitting. I just don't want my bag to get wet, because then that's like my portable charger and my earphones and everything. So just got the poncho slightly covering me for now. If it gets heavier, I'll put it on properly. Pray for me. I'm walking really fucking slow, like leisurely stroll slow, except there is nothing leisurely about this. 60,000. I am in a heap of pain. My feet, my legs, they feel like these big blocks that are attached to my body. I don't fucking know. But it's almost like I've just sort of accepted it. Like, that's what we're working with. Okay, cool. We're in pain. We keep walking. That's sort of what it feels like. Something in my left ankle has just really started hurting, like on fire, burning type of hurt. So this should be interesting. Okay, my estimations were slightly wrong. That second lap did not get me to 65,000. It got me to 63,000. It is currently 10 past 2. I'm contemplating doing another lap, but it's really raining now and I don't want to get caught there in the dark. My feet are fucking killing me. Oh, I can't believe this. So my next lap will get me to 70,000. Then I guess I'm on the home stretch. Just charging the devices and having some more food. Rest break is over. Back into the bush we go. I cannot describe how fucked this is. I would not recommend this to anyone. Like 75 hard, yeah, go for your life. I will fucking advocate for that shit every day. This, no. This is not good. My plan was to do a third lap of this reserve, but I'm about half an hour in and I can't. I was on the phone to my mum and I was like getting dizzy, like I'm gonna pass out. I quickly chugged some Powerade and had a banana. Just now I'm walking back to my car. I think I need to go home, probably rest for like half an hour and just see how I feel, because at this stage I'm like, I don't want to push myself to the point I pass out. Like I don't want to do that. It's 3:30. I just got home. I was like passing out on the walk, so I'm gonna try to sleep for like half an hour to an hour and then see how I go. Mac and cheese. So let's ignore how I look. I went home because I thought I was going to pass out on my walk. Like I was getting dizzy. I thought I was gonna fall over. I was like, that's it, I have to go home. I don't know if I can even continue anymore. Like genuinely got home. I told myself I was gonna nap for half an hour. I struggled to go to sleep again. My heart rate wasn't going under 100 beats per minute. So it was like I was exhausted and needing to sleep, but my body couldn't. I ended up sleeping for about 10 minutes, which I'm pretty happy with, because that's like the first proper sleep I've had since like yesterday morning, like since I woke up yesterday morning. Which is just fucked when I think about it. Like it explains why I feel like shit. But anyway, I woke up and I actually felt a little bit better. I got in the shower and had a cold shower, which really helped with my muscles, and my feet and my legs. They're obviously still killing me. Like my whole left leg is just fucked. I'm limping and I cooked a bowl of Easy Mac just to get some carbs in me, and then I headed out again. I don't want to give up, or I do want to give up, but I'm pushing myself each time I want to give up, because that's the whole point of me doing this, is that proving to myself I can go further when I want to give up. So yeah, and then I bought some of these snakes from the servo to just give me that extra kick. And the sun is about to set soon, so I gotta try and work out what I want to do. I feel like everyone driving past is like, one, why the fuck's this bitch walking in the rain like with a poncho, and two, does she have a cucumber stuck up her ass? 70,000. Song of the hour goes to Glorious by Macklemore. I'm singing about 78,000 steps. My limp is pretty bad. I'm just taking the pace of slow and steady wins the race. 80,000. Yay. This is the hardest fucking thing I've ever done. My whole left leg is fucking killing me. But I can't fucking stop now. Fuck. Song of the hour is Bellyache by Billie Eilish. So to make this process a heap more fun, I just lost my $300 earphones. So that's nice. I drove home and got my AirPods and we'll have to make do with them. It's really raining. Almost at 90,000. Almost at 90,000. Picking up a faster pace. Just small steps so we can get it done. Feeling like I might do some steps at home around my house. I don't know if that's stupid. 90,000. And let's go. Taking a breather at this bus stop. I am doing laps of my own house while watching Heartbreak High. We did it! I cannot fucking believe it. Five months on and I'm finally making this video, so I want to do a quick recap over a couple of things. Firstly, when watching it back, I realized how anticlimactic reaching the actual 100k steps was. I think that's just because my brain was done, my body was ready to give out, I was ready to hit the hay for about 48 hours straight, and that is pretty much what I did. The next 2 days I spent recovering on the couch. My ankle and my hip were both pretty rooted. I had bruises all over my feet. Surprisingly, I didn't have any blisters, but yeah, pretty bruised. My body was just not having it. And then I started feeling pretty okay, but I reckon it took about a full month until I could go for walks comfortably without the pains coming back. I will also include here my stats from my Apple Watch for the day. I love looking at this because it just blows my mind watching the rings go around like a bajillion times. But so I burnt a total of 5,030 calories, which is a heap for me considering I just came out of a calorie deficit from 75 hard. So I was eating a heap of food this day, which just felt odd for my body, but I was loving it, to be honest. I spent 965 minutes exercising and I was standing for 22 hours out of the 24 hours of the day. And the total distance I walked was 77.53 kilometers. When I tell people about this day, I just tell them I walked 80 Ks, but it was 77.53. But yeah, that's my stats from the day. All in all, I am so proud of myself. In the back of my mind, I'm a little bit shocked that I achieved it, but at the forefront of my mind, I'm like, nah, there was no doubt I was going to achieve it. Throughout the whole day, I just kept telling myself the pain of failing would be so much worse than the pain of just pushing through this. And that's what the whole day was about. It was about pushing myself because I knew I could achieve it. It was just about being disciplined and showing myself that it's all about pushing through discipline. And if there's anything I want you to take away from this video, it's that you are so much more capable of achieving these hard things than what you think you are. Like, I'm not physically fit. Like, I'm not up to standard to do these types of things, but I did it. And that means you can too. I think we're so trained and brought up these days to just stay in our comfort zone, and that's something that I've been challenging myself with, is that growth and comfort cannot coexist. Like, you need to be uncomfortable to have any type of growth. And I think that's what life is all about. Like, we need to just be pushing ourselves instead of giving up as soon as something feels uncomfortable or as soon as something feels hard. Like, we're not built to do that. We're built to do so much more. Like, we have all this potential that we haven't unlocked yet. And these days, I just tell myself that I need to be delusional and I need to set unrealistic goals. And I love being delusional now. Like, I love other people being like, oh my God, she's crazy. And then I fucking achieve it. And I'm like, you just literally have to be delusional. And setting unrealistic goals is such a big part of my life now, because when you have an unrealistic goal, the reward is so much bigger. And because the reward is bigger, you're more likely to achieve it. Because when you reach a hurdle, you think of the reward and you're like, oh my God, that reward is so worth it. I'm going to push through this hurdle. Whereas if the reward is tiny, small, or not worth it, you're going to get to the hurdle and you're going to be like, it's not worth it. I'm going to give up. And also, once you start to set these unrealistic goals and you achieve them, that becomes your standard. That becomes your new level of standard. After I've done these 100,000 steps, I've entered a new era, and I'm like, oh my God, there's people that run this length multiple times over in a day. And I was just trying to walk it in one day. And I'm like, piss easy. I need to try run it now. I need to try run it multiple times in a day. Like, you set the new standard, and you see that there's people going further than that. Like, that felt like the most impossible thing to ever do. And I'm like, no, I could have gone so much harder. Like, it's not even worth talking about now. Obviously it is. It was still a massive goal to achieve. But I think that's how you keep growing in life. You keep setting hard, unrealistic goals, pushing out of your comfort zone, and that's how you grow. That's how you experience what life is meant to be about, in my opinion at least. If you've watched this whole feature-length film of a bloody video, thank you for watching, and I hope that it can inspire you to do something harder, get out of your comfort zone, do something new, or just go a little bit further in your day, because I promise you can. Yes, you, not like the person you think I'm addressing this to that's like a super athlete, you, the ordinary person watching this, because that's me too. You can absolutely do whatever you want. But in all seriousness, thank you for watching like a 40-minute fucking video about me walking. Now go find something better to do.